Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be spilling some tea today. We are going to be switching it up. I'm going to be taking a break from a vlog and make a whole different video, which another vlog is coming soon though, but I do want to switch it up and make a different video. And I haven't done these in a while where I just sit down and like talk through. So hopefully you guys don't mind these videos. Give us thumbs up if you guys like these kind of videos. I just want to sit here and also just, chit chat, and talk to you guys and let you guys get to know me a little bit more, answer some questions that I haven't really answered. I don't know, just to sit and talk because I feel like talking. So yeah, so if you guys want to hear me ramble and spill the tea about me, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe, and keep on watching. Alright, so we're starting off this question pretty strong. What is the most difficult obstacle you've ever overcome? This is a good one. I have this biggest fear of when, you know how like when you're around a big group of people, like a crowd, and you ever had that feeling where you feel like you're stuck inside a box and you can't come out? I don't know what's it called, but I think it's like stage fright or something, or social anxiety. I'm not sure what's it called, but I tend to get really scared easily, like where I get anxious to the point that I'll be sweating bullets. I feel like I want to cry. It's like I feel like I want to just jump out of my skin. I don't know, just little feelings like that. And I feel like I'm getting a lot better with that now, where, I try not to do that. It takes time, but I had dealt with that for years. Okay. Pretty much what my biggest thing that I feel like I overcame is the fear of being around people. So yeah, I'm still getting a little better with that. What is the best piece of advice you've received? That's a good one. Don't stop, keep going. That's the best advice I've ever received. Just keep going, don't stop. Do what you love. What's the worst thing that's happened to you? Ooh, I have a few, which I'm not going to speak on too much because a lot of that is pretty personal. But I will say I think the worst thing ever happened to me is when I was in a car accident. Unfortunately, I had lost my car, and I was in a car accident, and it was like the worst feeling ever because it was obviously unexpected and it happened so fast, and it was scary because I was on my way to a certain place and we were so close, and then our cars collided together, so it was a little scary. So the car was damaged so bad to the point that it wasn't fixable. It wasn't even driving anymore. It wasn't drivable, so I feel like it wasn't worth fixing it anymore. So I decided to just let it go. And yeah, I feel like it was a warning for me to kind of just slow down and stop being so crazy. But yeah, that's the worst thing that's happened to me, was when I was in a car accident. So, but I'm not going to give too much detail like I said, but yeah. What's one of the best memories you have? One of the best memories I have is when I went to Vegas for the first time. I went twice and it was amazing. Like the first time I went was back in July of 2020, and then I also went back again in April of 2021. It was around my birthday weekend. It was so much fun. I loved it. I almost wanted to move to Vegas, believe it or not. Fun fact, I actually wanted to move to Vegas. Me and my boyfriend had talked about at the time of looking at houses, and we both was looking at houses, and we talked about moving down there, relocating. But we had both agreed to, you know, visit a few places before we thought about moving, because we didn't want to move to a state and then end up hating it, you know? It made no sense. I'd rather look at the place and feel the vibes out there. And when I went there twice, even though I loved it, I just didn't have that feeling where this felt like home, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't have that feeling where I feel like, yeah, this is where I see myself raising a family. Like, no, that wasn't the case. I didn't have that feeling where I didn't want to raise my family down there, you know? I would totally visit, but it's not somewhere where I want to raise my family, so, and stay forever, if that makes sense. So, yeah. But yeah, I've been to Vegas was the best memory, and I feel like another memory was when I had my baby, for the first, like when I brought Brayden home. That's one of the best memories, when he was small, like newborn stage. Ugh, that newborn smell. It's like I want another child, but it's like, nah. If you won the lottery tomorrow, how would you change your life? Wow. You know, it's kind of funny. I had talked to my mom about this. Like, people was doing like the Powerball of like $1.9 billion. And I had asked my mom, like, if you ever won that, like, what would you do? Like, I feel like I probably would, if I had won a lottery, like, even if I won $1 million or 100,000, whatever money, I would definitely invest and multiply more. But I'll also, you know, give money here and there with my immediate family, which my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers. But I definitely want to make sure that, you know, they're straight, and I also make multiple businesses with it, because that's something I would, you know, always wanted to do, is have my own business anyway. So if I had the opportunity to have that kind of money, that would be the first thing I'll do, is open up the business and invest, make more. Smartest thing to do. What's the biggest regret of your life? I don't have any regrets. I really don't have regrets, but I kind of wish I had embraced my 20s a little better, where I had lived a little more, because I've been a homebody most of my 20s. I feel like I'm just now putting myself out there and exploring the world just now. But back then, I wish I had enjoyed my youth a little better, you know, and not being so isolated. That's the biggest regret. I wish I had lived a little more, but you know, everything happened for a reason. But I don't really have any regrets at all. What is something that you're really proud of? I'm really proud at the fact that I'm currently in college, and I made the dean's list for the first time, and I was so proud of that. Like, I think that was one of the proudest moments ever, because, you know, throughout high school, even though I barely made it, I had made it through the skin of my teeth. I didn't get the best grades, but making the dean's list was huge for me, because it was something that I've always wanted to have, that something to show that I succeeded at something, which I had did a 4.0 in the first semester, which was huge for me, because I was very consistent, and of course I'm still consistent now, but it was something that I definitely desired, was to be consistent, and the hard work did showed it, if that makes sense. So I feel like that was something I was very proud of. So yeah, and I'm proud of my son. He's something that I'm proud of. He is someone that I'm proud of, not something, but he's definitely part of, you know, me being proud of him. I don't even know if my answer makes sense, but yeah, I was proud of him, because he started school, he's talking now, he's interacting with people, and, you know, he's the best thing that's ever happened to me, like, ever. What's the most expensive thing you've ever purchased? Well, I think the most expensive I've ever purchased is when I bought my first car. I paid that full-blown cash. I cashed out. I had bought car in cash. off the driveway. Like, that was definitely one of my proudest parts too, was buying my first car on my own. No help. Nobody didn't help me pay for it. No lease or nothing like that. The car was paid off in full. I think that's the most expensive I've ever bought, is that. And the second most expensive thing I bought is this furniture in here when I redecorated in here. But I think the car is the number one, honestly. So yeah, the car. Who do you admire? I admire my mom. She's so strong, and like, she just don't even care what people think or say. And I want to have that kind of attitude. Like, I admire her so much. Like, I've been under her a lot, like, you know, hanging out with her and stuff, like kind of learning her ways. So I do admire her strength, and I admire her faith, and one day I want to have that same energy and that same mentality too. You know, as a woman, you know, I'm growing still as a woman, I'm learning, and I definitely one day want to be a good wife one day, if God willing, and also a good mother too. So yeah.
Good mother.
Yeah, good mama. You think I'm a good mama?
Good mama.
Yeah. I love you. I love you.
Willie.
What is your biggest fear? Oh, excuse you. What is your biggest fear in life? My biggest fear. What's my biggest fear? I'm afraid of birds. Like, I'm afraid of snakes. But my biggest fear in life is, you know, not being financially good. Like, being able to take care of my child. Like, that's the part that scares me, if I'm not able to take care of him. If something happened to him, that's like my thing I'm scared of. Not being there for my baby. That's the part that scares me. But I don't think I have like actual fears. Like, I probably do, but I think that's the only thing, honestly. What are you most interested in that most people haven't heard of? Ooh, that's a good one. Fun fact, I'm really interested in like astronomy. Like, I don't know, that's the second thing I love. It's like astronomy. I love learning the planets. That's the one thing I was interested in, like learning the planets, the astronomy. Fun fact, I had actually wanted to be an astronaut before I wanted to be a fashion designer. An astronaut was something I wanted to be, but I didn't tell anybody because I feel like nobody didn't really take me seriously. And I think who I told was my mom. I probably have told my boyfriend, probably not, but if you are watching this, babe, now you know. Yeah, when I was little, I wanted to be an astronaut. And I also wanted to be a, what was it? I wanted to be like a, what's it called when you study plants, like the rainforest or something? Like, I had interest in like the rainforest, like the science. I love science, and I love science. I do, and I still do. That's what I was interested in. If I'm not interested in anything else, science is one thing I'm interested in. Kind of depends though. Not the hard science, the easy science. But definitely astronomy is something I was definitely interested in that people never heard of me talk about, because I don't talk about that. But yeah, I would say astronomy. And I've been watching a lot of crime shows, like documentaries. That's what I've been interested in, documentaries. I'm sure probably people heard of, but I've never have talked about space, like, you know, the planets and stuff. So, do I know my planets? Let's see. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Yes. And the sun.
Who?
Well, the sun. The sun.
Okay. Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Did I forgot that fast?
Child. Anyway, so.
Okay, moving on. What is the best compliment that you've ever received? I'm a good mom. I'm a good parent. I think that's one of the best feelings of being acknowledged that. Not that I need that validation, but it feels good to have that compliment where people see that you're a good person through your children. If that makes sense. Like, you know, they say I'm a good mom, you seem like a good mom, you know, things like that. I feel like that's a good compliment. What are your top 3 passions? One of my top 3 passions: interior design, fashion design, and YouTube. That's my 3 things: interior design, fashion design, YouTube. Creating content for you guys. That's my passion. How would your best friend describe you? I feel like I have to ask her to answer, for her to answer that. Like, I don't know how she would describe me, but she probably would say that I'm a good parent, I'm a good mama, I'm a good friend, she'll say that I'm a word of reason, I'm very wise, and very reserved, stubborn, and don't sugarcoat nothing. That's probably how she would describe me. What's the most amazing things you've seen? I think the most amazing thing that I've seen is when I met Obama, when I've seen him in person for the first time. That was amazing to experience that, to be in the same room as the president at the time. I remember when he first came in office, I was so happy. But yeah, that was one of the best. Oh, that could be part of one of the best memories. I just thought about it. That could be one of the memories too. If I haven't answered that, I probably have. That when I'm seeing Obama for the first time, like in the flesh, which was awesome. And I've also seen someone got proposed when we was in Vegas. We was walking and we actually saw someone got proposed. I've never seen anyone got proposed ever in my life, at least not in person. Like, I've seen it in videos on social media, but never like in person. So it was a beautiful thing to see. Like, oh my God, I cannot wait one day when I have that moment of being engaged where, you know, someone go on one knee and propose to me. I think that's one of the best, one of the most amazing memories or amazing things I've seen. Definitely when I seen someone getting proposed, that was a beautiful thing to see, and also witness seeing Obama in person. So that was pretty awesome. What's one of the most important lessons you've learned from the past? Is to always be true to yourself, and also always be yourself, and never be ashamed of who you are, and just always stand for what you believe. That's one of the lessons I definitely have learned, is to always stand for what I believe and stay true to myself. So, what is something you want to be remembered for? I just want to be remembered as being strong, loyal, and I've always had my best interest for people. I just want to be remembered as that. I feel like that's what's important to me. You could have just 2 friends, dead or alive, with whom will you want to spend time? Mwah. I love you. I love you, baby. Let's see. That's a good one. I'll probably spend time with Martin Luther King and his wife, Greta Scott. Those are the 2 people. I would say. I would learn so much from them. I'm gonna answer a couple more and I'm done. What is something you want to do in your lifetime? I want to be successful. I want to be a businesswoman, a business owner. I want to be able to be successful enough to make 6 figures and provide for my children, my future children. Be a famous interior designer. That's my goal. That's pretty much it with that. What are you expecting in the next 10 years? Same thing. Be successful, be very wealthy. I want to be comfortable. Hopefully I'll be married by then. I have my house. Who knows, I might live in a different state because I don't see myself being here in Michigan another 10 years. I don't. I definitely have a desire of living somewhere else warm. I don't know where, but it'll be somewhere. Not here, but who knows. But I think that concludes my questions here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Sorry if it's a little all over the place, but give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, ask me more questions if I missed any questions that you guys want to ask about me. Hit me up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat. Everything will be down in the description. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.